Hey everyone, it's Jonathan and welcome to the Joncast Multiverse. As you can see, I have changed the name of the channel again with something that hopefully reflects the wide variety of content I make here. I'll be releasing a separate video later, something to use as a welcome video for the channel page, but for the moment I wanted to do an update video so longtime viewers know in advance what's happening. The first change, the one that sort of instigated an avalanche of changes, I mentioned it before, but I have moved the Disney Movie Marathon podcast back to this channel from what is now my second official channel, which has also been renamed to the Joncast Rewind. The Joncast Rewind will be home to anything I feel like doesn't exactly fit in with my regular content. I really want to cover more sci-fi, more classic movies, more obscure animation, and eventually more TV, all things that tend to not usually fare as well when I put them on this channel. I hate to chase the algorithm, but I guess I have to play the game. No idea if I'm playing it right, we'll see what happens. This channel will continue to be home to most of my main shows and podcasts, including iHeart Animation, Wonderland Wednesday, and of course the Disney Movie Marathon, just to name a few. The only exception will be Every Version Ever, which will continue to live on its own channel, and that will also, for the most part, include most episodes of every fairy tale ever. I had originally thought I would leave those here on this channel, but I've pretty much decided that with all these changes, I will be minimizing, as much as I can, posting podcast episodes to multiple channels. Sometimes I still will, especially if I do something like combining 3 shorter episodes of Wonderland Wednesday into one long episode of Every Version Ever, which Jenna and I have a few ideas for something like that later this year. But for the most part, instead of double posting everything, I will be using YouTube's new collaboration features to link episodes between channels, so even if you're only subscribed to one, you'll still get all the podcasts that would have originally been double posted. I will say right now, I don't know how this will affect the YouTube exclusive podcast feeds. I have all my main shows designated as podcasts that show up as audio shows in YouTube's dedicated player, and those podcast playlists do allow me to connect more than one channel, but they also say it works best if all the videos in a podcast playlist are from one single channel, so this could potentially complicate things for people who only listen via audio on YouTube's standalone podcast app, but I guess that's just going to have to be how this is. As always, I recommend that if you want the audio version of each podcast, you subscribe to the dedicated RSS feed via your favorite podcast app that is not YouTube's. YouTube has not made things easier or less complicated for podcasters, despite their big push for podcasts a couple years ago, so I'm kind of done trying to make everything match perfectly. The official playlist for each podcast will be the audio version, and the YouTube channels will still get everything, but the episodes will just end up on whichever channel fits best with that particular niche. By subscribing to the external audio feed, you will also get many audio episodes early, sometimes weeks if not months in advance, especially on the Disney Movie Marathon, but also sometimes iHeart Animation. Listeners have already gotten episodes before they hit YouTube this year, and there have even been a couple Disney episodes that have yet to come to YouTube at all. I'm saving them for later this year when I have a whole series complete so I can release the videos weekly. So if you want episodes on The Jungle Book and The Jungle Book 2, make sure to subscribe to the Disney Movie Marathon's audio feed because they're already out and ready to listen. Also, in addition to the new channel, I'm also launching a brand new podcast. I was originally going to name the new podcast after the new channel, the Joncast Rewind, but the longer I've had to sit with the changes that I've been making, the more I feel like the Joncast Multiverse is kind of a better fit. So even though the content on the new podcast will be first and foremost the content that is on the Joncast Rewind channel, it is still going to contain episodes from this channel as well, plus Every Version Ever. And since everything on all 3 channels is so eclectic, I really felt like the Joncast Multiverse was the best name for the new podcast. I've also changed the name of the YouTube podcast feed here from the Joncast/iHeart Movies to the Joncast Multiverse, and I connected that podcast to all 3 channels, so you should still be able to find all the episodes here, plus a lot more that will probably never make it to the new podcast feed, because I have no plans to re-release everything I've ever done. Though I am in the process of re-editing and remastering some of my favorite episodes for the new podcast, so those I will probably link between channels as well. There's already a couple up now. Now I will say right up front that at least for the time being, I have no absolute defined schedule planned for any of my shows. I'm going to aim for a weekly release as usual, especially on this channel, but that's not always sustainable, and one of my goals with all these changes is to try and build myself a more sustainable release schedule. So there will probably be some weeks where I don't release anything here at all, but there will probably be something on one of my other YouTube channels. If it makes sense, I will link whatever I'm releasing between the 2 channels, but for the most part I will probably probably only release 1 to 2 episodes per week across all 3 channels. Maybe more for at least the first month or so as I launch the Johncast Rewind. I've put together a playlist of best of episodes, many of which I'm fully re-editing, so any episodes that I make any significant changes on for the new show I will be uploading to the new channel as well. However, the audio version takes precedence, so at the time I'm uploading this video there are 2 episodes up on the Johncast Rewind, but there are 5 episodes up on the new Johncast Multiverse podcast. Anyway, I think that's all my updates for the time being. As always, if you want any of my podcasts early, or if you want any bonus or extended episodes, you can find me on Patreon at Johncast Media. All my podcasts are uploaded early, along with a lot of bonus content you won't find on YouTube. If you love movies as much as me and my friends do, make sure to check that out. Either way, when this video goes up, I will have already launched the new channel and there are brand new episodes waiting there. And between that channel and this one, there will be something for everyone. Anything from The Last Unicorn to Jaws or The Aristocats to Field of Dreams. So make sure to subscribe and we'll see you back here soon for more animation podcasts, movie reviews, Disney deep dives, and so much more right here on the Johncast Multiverse.